What if I told you governments have been quietly stealing people's savings for 2,000 years, and they still do it today? Not with robbers or bank heists, but with tools that look legal and polite. Coins that lose metal, paper that multiplies, rules that nudge value away from the many and into the few. In the next 8 minutes, I'll show you 7 ways governments erode wealth, proven by history from Rome to Weimar to Zimbabwe, and the one practical move most people miss. Stay tight. You're watching Economic Historian, short, sharp history that helps you protect wealth. If you want practical lessons from the past, hit subscribe. Let's go. First, debasement, literally shaving value from coins. Romans started with the silver denarius that people trusted across the empire. Over centuries, emperors cut the silver content to pay armies and avoid taxes. A coin that once was nearly pure silver ended up as bronze with a thin silver wash. Trust evaporated, prices jumped, markets contracted, soldiers demanded more pay, local economies fell back on barter. Modern parallel. Replacing metal with paper or inflating the money stock achieves the same effect. It's the hidden tax, not labeled, but real. Actionable tip. Hold a portion of net worth in assets that can't be printed, physical property, productive businesses, or diversified foreign reserves. Even a small allocation shields you from stealth debasement. Second, printing money to cover bills. Governments hit a wall and the machine runs, the currency multiplies, and so do prices. Weimar Germany printed marks to pay reparations. In Zimbabwe, the presses tried to paper over collapsing production. The result? Hyperinflation, wages worthless, savings gone. Modern parallel. Quantitative easing and repeated large-scale money creation have similar distributional effects. They inflate assets first and wages later. Actionable tip. Keep a liquid foreign currency reserve and adjust savings into inflation-linked or real assets when central bank balance sheets explode. Liquidity is your option value. Third, inflation is a stealth tax. It eats purchasing power incrementally so voters barely notice until it's too late. Governments prefer this because it reduces the real value of debt and funds spending indirectly. The losers are savers and fixed-income households. The winners are those holding real assets and leveraged positions. Actionable tip. Track real returns, not nominal. Protect a slice of your portfolio with inflation hedges, rental property, indexed bonds where available, or commodities that have real use. Fourth, pegs and sudden devaluation. When a government pegs to a stronger currency but borrows in that currency, a shock can blow up liabilities overnight. In 1997, Asian countries borrowed in dollars against pegs. When the peg broke, local debt costs exploded and households paid the price. Actionable tip. Avoid borrowing in a currency you don't earn. If you must hold liabilities abroad, hedge them or keep revenue streams in that currency. Currency mismatch kills otherwise healthy balance sheets. Fifth, capital controls and bank freezes. When trust falls, governments sometimes lock accounts and restrict withdrawals. In Lebanon, after 2019, accounts were frozen, withdrawals limited, and people woke up unable to access life savings. The money was there on paper, but access evaporated. Actionable tip. Diversify jurisdictionally. Have at least one small, accessible foreign account, and practice transferring money abroad in small amounts so you know the process and fees. Paper planning beats panic. Sixth, bailouts and moral hazard. When governments rescue institutions, the losses don't always fall where they should. In 2008, some institutions were saved while millions lost homes and retirement savings. The public paid indirectly, through inflation, taxes, or austerity, while asset holders sometimes gained fire sale opportunities. Actionable tip. Prioritize income-generating real assets and avoid relying on policy promises of universal protection. Build optionality. Cash plus skills plus small business owners tend to survive policy distortions. Seventh, and the one most people miss, regulatory grabs and expropriation. Governments can change rules, seize property, or limit markets under political cover. From revolutionary price controls to wartime requisitions, legal power can turn assets into liabilities. It's not always violent. It can be paperwork, taxes, or emergency rules. Historic echo. Assignats during the French Revolution promised land backing and then flooded the market. The state redefined value overnight. Actionable tip, the most important. Legal structure matters. Ensure clear title, diversify legal exposure, different jurisdictions, and use reputable custodians for physical assets. Legal safety nets are often the difference between recovering wealth and losing it. Okay, quick checklist you can act on this week. 1. Move a small portion of savings to a conservative foreign currency account. 2. Own at least one real income-producing asset. 3. Keep emergency liquidity, not vanity cash, real purchasing power. 4. Avoid foreign currency debt unless you earn in that currency. 5. Document everything: titles, ownership, cross-border access. Do these 5, and you dramatically reduce the government stealth tax risk to your family. History isn't just nostalgia. It's a user manual. Rome taught us how debasement destroys trust. Weimar and Zimbabwe showed the social cost. Modern policy choices show the incentives haven't vanished. If you learned one thing, share which of the 7 surprised you most in the comments. I read every one. Subscribe for weekly episodes that turn history into practical protection. I'll see you in the next deep dive.